Good morning. I want to talk to you guys about a very sensitive subject for just a few minutes. I want to talk to you about broken or lost friendships, relationships, specifically friendship relationships. I recently read an article, and the author had written about her experience of losing a friend. Now, I just want to be clear up front, I'm not talking about somebody passing away, just losing a friend. And the author wrote about how this person was precious to her, just a very important person in her life, an extremely dear friend, who over a series of multiple events made it very clear that she didn't want to be in this person's life anymore, in the author's life anymore. And so as this friend continued to pull away, and even to the point of things that were so obvious that it was almost like rude, her behavior, and the author was writing about how it was kind of astonishing and heartbreaking, and there was no conversation or no explanation, just behavior after behavior indicating very clearly, I'm done with you. And they had been very close, which is what caused this deep confusion and hurt in her heart. As I read this article, I thought, oh my gosh, this happens to people. I had a very similar experience, but I don't talk about it publicly because most of the things that I share about publicly, if I'm going to be inspiring or encouraging other people to go through something, I want it to be something that I believe that a lot of people would experience. And my experience was so random and so awkward that I thought it was a very isolated incident that no one would be able to relate to. But as I read this article, I thought, this random person is telling my story. This is crazy. This happens to people. It happens to more than just me. And so that kind of eye-opening experience encouraged me to share this video with you today. I'm working a lot in the area of grief recovery. And one of the things I've learned this past year is that when you lose a friend like this, the emotions are extremely difficult to process because we don't know how to categorize it. We don't know what to call it. We don't even know why we're hurting so bad. But if this was a person in your life who you loved deeply, and then you're experiencing that loss of them not wanting to be in your life anymore, it can feel like they died, or the same types of emotions someone would go through with any extreme emotional loss. Death, divorce, the loss of a friendship in this manner, they're all indicated by somebody who's been there physically and emotionally and is not anymore. They are not there anymore. And so it can feel very awkward to know how to deal with that because you know they're still alive. They're just choosing not to be in your life anymore, intentionally, which is adding hurt to the hurt you're already processing. Because no matter how badly you want to continue the relationship, you can show up to mend a relationship. You can try to reconcile a relationship. You can speak affirmation and love into someone's life to try to heal a relationship, but you can't make somebody be your friend. You can't make someone continue to be your friend. And someone who's been a great friend in the past doesn't mean they're going to be a great friend in the future, unfortunately. So my encouragement to anybody who would ever experience something like this is to allow yourself time to mourn the loss. Call it what it is. You've lost someone that you love. Give your heart the space and time to mourn that as if they've died, because that's what it feels like. So let yourself mourn it in the same type of way. Cry about it if you need to cry about it. Journal about it. Talk to a counselor about it. Say goodbye in the ways that you need to say goodbye through a letter or whatever form would be helpful to you. But say the things that you would want to say, that you feel like you didn't get to say. You're not going to have answers for all the questions, like what did I do wrong, or why on earth would you choose to pull away from our friendship? It broke my heart. You're not going to be able to say to that person all the things you want to say. They're not able to receive those things in the way that you need them to. You could try to say those things, but it might leave you with more of a broken heart, because if they don't care enough to continue in the friendship, they're not going to be careful with your heart. So say them to somebody else. The other thing I want to say is that you are spectacular. And just because someone was your person in the past and chose not to be your person in the future, it doesn't mean that there aren't people in this world who need you to be their person and who want to be your person. Friendships are a hard thing to lose in this manner because there's a plane going by overhead. Sorry, I've already done this video like 6 times, so I'm gonna keep going. This has been a hard video for me, but I want to keep going. So it can be very hard to lose friends in this manner because it causes insecurity and doubt, and it can affect our confidence. And I want to say to you, don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Like when a friend pulls away and we think it's our fault, and we try to mend and restore and resolve it, and we just can't, at some point we have to get to that space in our mind where we're able to say, they were a great friend to me once, and I'm going to enjoy the gifts they brought into my life, and then I am going to acknowledge that they are not a great friend to me anymore, and I'm going to surround myself with people who are. And don't make it about yourself. Don't dwell on the fact that you did something wrong and you weren't a great friend and that's why they pulled away, and so why would you build new friendships? Because they're just going to pull away again because it's all about you. That is myth. That is not truth. Some people pull away because of their own stuff, and it might be that we'll never know why, but that's okay, because you're spectacular and somebody needs you. Somebody needs to be close to you. Somebody needs you to be their friend. Somebody needs you to speak love and affirmation into their life. And there is somebody who you need, but it requires you opening your heart again and being honest with people again and rebuilding new friendships. So that is the second thing that I would say, is don't give up on friendship. This is especially going out to all the women out there who've been hurt by someone who's been catty or gossipy to you who you thought you could trust. Don't give up on friendship. We need it so bad, and it is the most beautiful thing when you keep going and keep trusting and keep believing that friends can make life better, because they can. And it's true. So take time to mourn it, tend to your heart, and don't give up on friendship. This is a really long video, so if you're still watching, thank you. And know that you are loved. Know that you are loved deeply by people in this world, not by everybody. I wish I could be loved deeply by everybody, but I'm okay to be loved deeply by a few people who I love very much in return. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay that everybody doesn't love me and everybody doesn't like me. And it's important, I think, for us to get to that place to move forward. You're loved by people, and that's what matters. Don't let somebody who chose to pull away steal away moments from those who are choosing to be present. There you go. Love you guys. Bye.